time coming for the storm to pass by. My faith has been tested a few too many times. I've been trekking up these hills and had my head in the clouds. Then I realized at the top what this was all about. At the top of the mountain you bow and you pray and thank God for the lessons that you learned on your way. The trying times, the Friday nights, the certain and the doubting. Oh, ain't it all worth it for the view at the top of the mountain? I can't believe I'm standing on top of all my worries and doubts. He said I've been waiting for you to come around. He gave me a future with a heart full of hope. Through the storm and the rain, he helped me cope. At the top of the mountain you bow and you pray and thank God for the lessons that you learned on your way. The trying times, the Friday nights, the certain and the doubting. Oh, ain't it all worth it for the view at the top of the mountain? At the top of my mountain, the angels all cheer while I sing of the lessons learned by the tough girl standing here. The trying times, the Friday nights, every single doubt, yeah. Oh, ain't it all worth it for the view? I've never seen a sky so blue at the top of the mountain. At the top of the mountain.
Looking back on our past 4 years, it seems like it was only yesterday that we were moving in for freshman orientation. Only yesterday that we were meeting our first friend and eating our first meal at the Star. I ask that we put ourselves in these moments and that we reflect on the past 4 years. That we bring ourselves to the mindfulness of this moment that we are in with these people that we are with right now. I ask that we pause and remember our time here at Moravian, remembering our hard work and joy in this amazing accomplishment.
and stars of light. Lord of all, to thee we raise. This our joyful hymn of praise. For the joy of human love, brother, sister, parent, child, friends on earth and friends above, for all gentle thoughts and mild, for all gentle thoughts and mild, Lord of all, to thee we raise. This our joyful hymn of praise. For each perfect gift of thine, to a race so freely given, graces human and divine, thoughts of earth and bonds of heaven, thoughts of earth and bonds of heaven, Lord of all, to thee we raise. This our joyful hymn of praise. Our hymn of praise.
Many thanks to our students for their beautiful music and words. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all here tonight. Good evening, everybody, and sincere congratulations to all you graduates out there. What an interesting and challenging year it has been, and this is a beautiful culmination of a challenging, but I'm sure enriching year in many ways. This evening we have a moment to reflect and to experience gratitude. We gather to hear the contemplations and contributions from students, faculty, and staff who have been on this college journey along with you. And we gather to discover what it has all meant, and indeed what it may mean into the future. Tonight is about finding meaning, actively listening, and by experiencing the here and now as fully and creatively as we can. Are you fully here with us today? Are you creating your life actively and doing the things that will make your life the way you want it to be? Right now is the time to listen to the stories and speeches that remind us to feel deeply and to appreciate the depth of purpose of your time as college students, as family and friends who have supported these graduates, as faculty and staff who have genuinely cared not only for the academic accomplishments of each of these graduates, but for the success of each individual as leaders and servants in our world. In this spirit of listening, feeling, reflection, and appreciation, I welcome you all.
I invite you to turn in your programs to our Litany of Blessing. You will note that there are different responses for those of you who are gathered here. Parents and guardians respond first, faculty and staff respond next, and roommates and friends respond third. This year, since we are so spread out, I will lead all of the responses. Even though I'm not your parent or guardian, some of you may call me mom, though. So may you join me. Please rise.
For some, the first days of college were the first days away from your family of origin, but you took the initial steps and began to engage in this journey through Moravian College. We offer our blessing as you take the next step on life's journey. You began to learn in classrooms and field experiences. You began an intense exploration of the mind that led not only to academic change and growth, but also to changes to your whole being. We offer our blessing as you take the next step on life's journey. You created relationships with people who are like you and with people who seemed different, but who you discovered have the same human foundation. You established friendships that touched your life at the very center. We offer our blessing to each other as we take the next step on life's journey. I'm going to pause just for a second. This is your response to each other, graduates, and so I invite you to turn to each other, and I'll lead you through it again. We offer our blessing to each other as we take the next step on life's journey. You will commence a new journey tomorrow, and so we pause to remember all of the significant moments of these college years. You recognize that you leave as a different person than when you began. You leave with great responsibility to yourself and to a commitment to continue to learn and grow. You grieve the change, but embrace the opportunity to take your learning into the world and make a real difference. And so I offer my blessing as you take the next step on life's journey. Amen. Please be seated.
It is so good to see you in three-dimensional, not in little boxes on a Zoom screen. It has been an amazing time to watch all of you take pictures outside the sign and outside of Comenius Hall. I have never in my 8 years seen so many students gravitating around each other and taking pictures that I have this year. There is something special going on as you rebond with each other and get your sense of community. Community and gratitude are two of the biggest components that make up a Moravian education, I believe. We demonstrate the community just in what we did here about telling each other that we will be there for each other through life's continuing journey. But our Alma Mater itself demonstrates community because we have to shake hands in it. That's foretelling what we have to do in a little bit, but that is an example of the community that is passed on at Moravian. And the sense of gratitude from students, from parents, it is overwhelming. The number of emails I have today from parents thanking me for everything that the faculty and staff have done for their student who has been here. So, I have a little quiz for you. What is our motto? Your diploma may rest on this answer. That's our tagline. And it's not hound 'em. I'll talk about that tomorrow. No. Our motto is Via Lucia is our motto. The way of light. The way of light. It is on my medallion with next to Comenius's head. It is on your diplomas. It is the example of education is leading you towards the path of light. So I have a prop. Does anyone know what this is? There you go. Everybody gets their degree tomorrow. Congratulations, you passed the exam. But this star represents us. You weren't ready to leave yet. I see this star as each one of you, a band of light emanating from this place called Moravian. It also represents the kind of learning you received here. You received problem-based work and learning that you were doing stuff. It was experiential. Not all colleges have experiential learning. It's hard to cram people into 400-seat lecture halls and have an experiential learning. This is a 4th grade puzzle started by the Moravians in Hamburg to create a polyhedron. It's a geometry puzzle. You have to figure out how many triangles and how many squares make up this perfect circle to produce the polyhedron. So you can imagine 4th graders trying to put together the pieces. And if you've ever bought one of these at the Moravian's bookshop, you'll know the pain in the behind about putting one together. It's not easy. But they're all unique. All the stars, all the points are unique. Some are triangles, some are squares, but they all fit together. They all make what is Moravian. And when you came here 4 years ago, you weren't ready to leave this place. You weren't ready to be that beam of light yet. You are ready now. You are so ready to leave this place, and I know there's some apprehension. I felt it too when I left Moravian College. Am I really as good as they say I am? You are. You will find that out. I know some in this group have already found that out by taking classes at other universities and other places, and they found out that they know more than their colleagues sitting next to them who are 2 or 3 years into their graduate program. You are ready. Believe in yourself. This is one of the things that I want to pass along because I know I struggled with this when I graduated from Moravian. You are one of these beams. You are going to make light in this world, and you are going to help change this world. But you'll always be able to come back to this place where you originated from. That is your alma mater. That is the place that you come from. So congratulations to the class of 2020 and the class of 2021. I am so proud of you. I am so proud of everything you accomplished over this year. Congratulations.
I wish all you well in your journeys. Where you go, may you find your peace. My song I sing for you in honor of these last 4 years we grew. You may know not who I am, but all of us have lived through this together. You on yonder, oh, what stories will you tell? Tales of parties every moment we all felt. Oh, joyous, I say joyous, my time was worth it. Every moment, let's never forget all these memories. I say farewell to all of you. I say farewell to all of you.
Where are we? Leaving hearth and home, we turn to stone and star, where revolution abounds, where history waits to be revisited, remade, unraveled, unfashioned, then born again. It's like this every 4 years, or so they say. We search the sidewalk for good news and find it in the sunset, in the hills, in the trees. There it is, look, in passing glance, in making love, in ghosts and creaky floors worn like metals. Where are we? Wild and free, we leave our mothers, fathers, lovers, all those important people, just to feel we've made a difference, just to make something of our own. The cherry blossoms are our own. The night sky is our own. Don't Google a picture of Moravian College. You won't find what you seek. You'll miss the light, the dark, the growing faces, the bones that age around brains. You'll want to find the tender hearts and mapped out futures. We do too. Where are we now? Time has taken our eagerness and placed it in a basket labeled for the pandemic. But it fails to take our love, our courage, our tenacity, our history with a home which offered us a secret revolution to call our own.
Thank you, Cami. Cami was nominated by the English department to share an original work for us tonight, and obviously she wrote that piece just for us for tonight. So thank you for that, Cami. And Cami's poem, I got it ahead of time, so I had a chance to read it a couple of times. And there's one particular line in that poem that kept running through my head. Time has taken our eagerness and placed it in a basket labeled "For the Pandemic." The pandemic. How tired are we of the pandemic? The pandemic has taken away our health, our freedom, our plans, our loved ones, taken so much from us. And I want us to stop and acknowledge how hard, how very, very hard this year has been. How much has been placed in the basket labeled the pandemic. We never imagined that our lives would look like this. Even my husband's 91-year-old grandmother has never lived through anything like this. We couldn't imagine this year. You could never have imagined that you would be living most of your senior year in phase A and paying attention to tiers and travel restrictions. COVID-19, the virus that has defined our year and defined our lives. Or has it? This year has broken us, rebuilt us, and broken us again. But is it the pandemic that will define us? Or will this cycle of breaking and rebuilding transform how we live? If we allow the pandemic to define us, we fail to take into consideration, in Cammie's words, our love, our courage, our tenacity, our history with a home which offered us a secret revolution to call our own. We are more than this pandemic. The pandemic defines us if we fail to see the lessons, if we let this year break us apart instead of breaking us open. In a year of civil unrest and political division, we could allow this year to break us even farther apart. And I do not blame anyone who is feeling broken apart by this year. However, if this is where we stay, then we limit this year to the basket labeled for the pandemic. You have learned so much at Moravian College. You've filled your minds with many, many important ideas and concepts and facts. But what have your hearts learned? Can you let the lessons of the year, of all of your college years, break you open so that the future is better, is brighter, is deeper, is more meaningful? We can hold space for how hard this year has been, that there is global trauma and there is global grief. We name the deep suffering of the world, and this suffering could continue to divide us. Or we can decide that we will create meaning out of this suffering, and this is the choice that is before all of us. As graduates of Moravian College, I have the greatest hope that as you break open, what comes forth is love, courage, tenacity, and revolutionary ideas that you will share with the world, and that you will create waves of change in your wake. You will be the graduating class to model resiliency in the face of the greatest uncertainty. You will be the ones who understand that relationships always matter more than material possessions. You will teach the world to appreciate each breath, to never take a hug for granted. You will remember that tirelessly working for peace and justice is not just for the few among us who took those classes, but that every one of us is responsible for creating a world that is equitable. You will lead the world to value the oneness of humanity over all else. If you allow this year to pass you by without letting the lessons change you at your core, you will be the class defined by the pandemic. I know that that will not be the case. You are the class of 2021, and you will break open to change the world. My heartfelt congratulations to all of you and to your families and your friends and your loved ones. Even in the midst of this crazy year, you made it.
It's fine. So, hello everyone. Still got some laughs. I can see my mom waving over there. I'll blame that on her. I hope we're all doing well tonight. I'm just as worried as everyone else that they picked me to speak, but here we are. When Jenica asked if I could reflect a bit on the meaning of the whole college experience, I thought it was going to be an easy ride. I was like 20 minutes, maybe like just sip a little bit of some Pepsi, have it go great. Several weeks later, I told Jenica I still have not started. Couldn't find a good starting spot, but obviously it's done. There's a bunch of different ways that I thought about taking this, how you prepare for your future career, making lifelong friends, discovering who you are as a person. There's so many different things that you can consider when thinking about what is the college experience. But I thought all of those seemed a little bit of a disservice to kind of picking it as to one super narrowed thing. So I was finally able to find a good answer. And also in the college experience, this is my first time going over the speech as well, so it's going great. So no matter where you are on your journey or whatever goals that you hope to get from going to college, they all revolve around one fundamental aspect, and to me, that is growth. That can be growing your skills to reach the professional level, growing your connection of friends and memories, or even just growing as a person to become someone that you want to be. It doesn't really matter to what aspect or what degree, but I can confidently say that every single one of us has grown as a person from where we first started. While most of us have spent 4 consecutive years here at Moravian, some of us have also started elsewhere, come to Moravian. Some of us have also even completely just took a little break from college and came back later in life. No matter what path we've taken through college, we've all grown. As we have all taken time to embody the college experience and complete our next step on the path towards a greater goal, I challenge us all to look back and admire the growth we've gone through. No matter if that growth came from success or suffering, every college experience is a new opportunity to grow and learn. Remember, while we have gone to college to pursue higher degrees, land those perfect jobs, and find out more about who we are as a person, the destination isn't always the reason. I'm actually going to take a quote from a Japanese author. I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, so I apologize, but Yoshihiro Tagashi. In one of his stories, when speaking on the journeys of life, he said, "What was truly important came to me before what I wanted." And I know that for me, I came to college for a variety of reasons, but it was the friends I made, the mentors I found, and the memories created that made everything worthwhile, not whatever original reasons brought me here. So when you think back on the meaning of the college experience, remember the end goal isn't always what makes your time, but it's the memories that lead up to it. Thank you. Grab all this.
Moving up, going far. Things will change from what they are. Moving up, wait and see just how far this life will take me. I can feel it, just wait and see what great things are out there for me. The sun's rising on a brand new day. Take a look out, world, I am on my way. In my dreams I see it clear. My wild ambitions growing near. All my fears will melt away. Take a look out, world, I am on my way. One foot in front of the next one. Won't stop till my battle is won. A new adventure has begun. With every rising of the sun, something calling me. Feels like destiny. Visions I foresee. What soon shall I be? I am on my way. I am on my way. Moving up, going far. Watch how things will change from what they are. Moving up, wait and see just how far this life will take. Just how far this life will take. Just how far this life will take. Take me.
I think that deserves one more round of applause. Gang, it is so good to see you here in person. This is the 8th year that Jenica has asked me to present the charge to the graduates, and I'll admit, it is my favorite speech that I get to give. It's a top 10 list. In 3 minutes, time me. And hopefully this will send you out into the world with your heads up and your hearts open. So consider this Dean Lloyd's top 10 secrets to a happy, productive, and meaningful life. Here we go. Number 10, attitude. Attitude about everything makes a big difference. People will notice what you say, how you say it, and how you deal with good news and the bad. My recommendation, choose to see the positive. Number 9, keep things in perspective. Yes, getting stuck in a traffic jam because of an accident up ahead can be a disruption in your schedule. But count your blessings that you are okay and sitting safely in your vehicle. Number 8, expect mistakes in your life and in others. You are going to make them, and so are other people. And sometimes others' mistakes will impact your life. Be gracious when that happens. And when you make a mistake, just admit it. Ask for forgiveness and/or help, because courageous people ask for help. Let go is number 7. Let go who you think you're supposed to be. Embrace who you are. You are enough. Let me say that again. You are enough. Number 6, live with integrity. Integrity is choosing what is right instead of what is fun or fast or easy. It means practicing your values, not just espousing them. And in my mind, this is paramount. Telling the truth, having someone be able to say, I trust you, that is a gift. Number 5, work hard. You all have had a lot of practice on this one here at Moravian. Doing good in the world is hard work, but things that are meaningful to us are worth it. Number 4, help others. The way we extend ourselves to our friends, our family, our coworkers, our community, it makes a difference. So pay it forward. It makes the world for all of us and for the next generations of Greyhounds a better place. Number 3, live each day to the fullest. Because here's the thing, gang. None of us are guaranteed a specific amount of time on this planet. That doesn't mean to live life recklessly. It does mean that I encourage you to embrace every moment of the opportunities you've been given. Number 2, be grateful. Gratitude. Life is about a series of moments, and in just a few minutes, I'm going to give you some instructions about something that I want you to do, and then I'm going to give you some time to do it. What I want you to do when I give the sign is to stand up, look around, make eye contact, or wave, or yell and scream, and find your family and your parents, your grandparents, your siblings, your friends, your peers that you're graduating with. Try to make eye contact with them, to share in this moment with them. So here's the sign. Go ahead and stand up and have that moment of gratitude. Good work. And my top number 1 in my top 10 list is this. Tell the people that you love that you do. So in this ever important weekend of your life, tell your family you love them. Tell your friends that you love them. And you might, actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and guarantee that you'll be surprised in a good way by the results. So there you go. That's Dean Lloyd's top 10 list for a good life. I have 2 final things. 1, make your own top 10 list. Who knows when Jenica might invite one of you to come back and give a speech at a baccalaureate ceremony. But my second thing I'm going to ask you to do for me. This is my charge to you, and I was supposed to give a charge to the graduates, so here it is. When you encounter the world out there, I want you to walk right up to it. Your head held high, and with an open heart, you tell it Moravian College sent you. Thanks and congratulations again.
We are now going to sing our Alma Mater, which is printed in your program. And as President Grigsby said before, that one of the things that we do in the Alma Mater traditionally is that on the last refrain, we shake hands. Well, that's strange for this year, so instead, I'm gonna ask you to wave to your friends. Hopefully by next year, we'll be shaking hands during our Alma Mater again, but I invite you to stand and let's sing together. So as you prepare to cross the graduation stage tomorrow, may tonight be a reminder and celebration of all the unique moments that have been your college years. May you each cherish the opportunity that you have had to study and grow here at Moravian College. May you always remember that there are people here who care about your minds and your spirits. And may you be blessed and strengthened tonight to take those important steps tomorrow, steps across a stage and into the world that is waiting for you to make a difference. Amen.